Welcome back to Meat Prep Guy. Sorry for the little delay in this one. This one's about 2 weeks old, but this editing thing takes a lot longer than I'm used to. Let's get right into it. This week was my PR week. It was basically the peak week of my first 4-week block before I hit into a deload. This day I was working up to triple at 500 and I believe 20 pounds, and then a heavy single reverse banded at 600 pounds, my 1 rep max projected for my next meet. You'll see here in a little bit, it went really smoothly, it felt really good. Everything this entire week felt fantastic, every single thing. Here's that 600 pounds I was talking about right here. Hit my nose torque really quick. Gets me fired up a little bit. My belt was going to be issued this day. I'm shocked that it was helping me out like it did right there. It wouldn't quite latch. Probably something having to do with that. But here, sit back, and I rip it off the floor as fast as I can, and it comes up a lot faster than I thought it would. It felt fantastic. Follow that up with 10 sets of 3, 1 1/4 deadlifts. You notice, sumo deadlift, we struggle the most off the floor, so here, I get a little extra rep in by getting it off the floor, just like right there. I go back down, and then rip it off the floor as fast as I can, just to kind of keep my speed up off the floor. Because we know, as a sumo deadlifter, we always struggle off the floor. Going to bench press on Wednesday of that week. Was working up to 270 for my 3 rep max. Trying to go for a pause. I ended up going 275 just because I really didn't feel like putting a 210s and 2.5 in the freaking bar. I feel like an idiot. So I ended up just going 275 as a warm-up set. Talked to you guys a couple weeks ago about my setup. I'm trying a little bit differently. You see there I'm using the uprights of my rack to kind of get into a better position to push. It helps me get tighter and kind of get my arch a little better so I don't need to press the bar quite as far. I'm blessed with some really good thoracic extension, so I can get that chest a little bit higher so I don't need to press the bar quite as far, because I'm not a great bencher, so I'm going to try and limit my range of motion as much as I can. I believe this is the 275 for the 3 reps, and my boy Brendan saw got out there checking to make sure the weight's right. I had the speed track on it, but I wasn't too concerned with weight. I just felt like getting it up. It actually moved really well considering how bench has been feeling the past month or two. That was rep number 2, then rep number 3 gets a little slower, but it felt really good. Didn't really struggle too much. After I got done with that heavy triple, moved into some heavy singles with the slanger. This one is 315 right here. It's my first set. You'll see in this rep, it was really clean, really crisp. Oh, look at that. Look how easy that went up. So I ended up going the next set right here at 335. Because I felt good this day, and I said, why not push it? I have deload week next week. Push it a little bit, and let's go. Reps a little bit slower, but right where I wanted, right where 1 rep should be. My next set moved on to more slanger. I dropped down to 80% of my max at about 240, 245, and I pumped out 10 reps. I was pretty gassed at this point, and I always struggle with the slanger, trying to get in the right position. So I had to do it in kind of, as you can see, I do 2 reps, reset myself, and go. So basically 5 mini sets of 2. Just so I maintain my tightness, because on this weight, if I went more than 2 reps at a time, I probably would have lost my tightness and probably wouldn't have been able to get all 10 reps. I was pretty toast at this point, CNS-wise and just fatigue-wise. It was Wednesday, and Wednesday is one of my worst days. Moving into squats. This day I was working up to a heavy triple at 435, and then a heavy single reverse banded at 485. You kind of catching a trend here with all my maxes. Doing reverse banded so I get some confidence early on in the session. I've been dealing with a little bit of a quad issue. My right quad has been locking up on me, especially during the descent of a squat. And after my sets, it just wouldn't feel good. It would feel really tight and like gross. So I spent a few weeks trying to get it under control. Squats weren't feeling quite as good, but good enough to keep going. It all kind of culminated in this day. This day, it was one of the best squat days I've ever had. In a few seconds, you'll see my 435 set, and it was some of the smoothest squats I've ever hit. I failed at 434 my last competition. I did a pound heavier this day for 2 more reps, 2 more clean, easy reps. I'm very confident going into this upcoming meet that I'm going to absolutely crush my previous squat PR by, I'm hoping 60 to 70 pounds, just by the way my confidence is right now. This is another warm-up set at 405. I always try and find my depth with my warm-up sets just so I don't cut it too short. I've learned to cut a little bit deeper, a little bit higher than I used to. I used to bomb it, but that would kind of give me a really bad position at the bottom, so I'm cutting a little bit higher. Still the depth, but a little bit higher. Once again, hit my nose torque on this set. This is my 435 for the triple. This first rep is really clean. It's really nice. Felt good. The weight felt good off my back. I felt good on my back. Powered through that rep pretty well. Like I talked about in previous videos, being able to unhinge my upper body while my legs start to straighten out is key for me when I squat. If I end up shooting my butt back too early and not letting my chest come up with it, I tend to fail at weights because I fall over forward. Here's this 485 with the reverse band. Hitting that nose torque again. I really need to get fired up. It was Friday. I was tired at this point. I really didn't feel like working out. I only got like 4 hours of sleep. I was debating going into the afternoon for this lift because I was so tired going in. But hit a can of pre-workout, hit a can of Bang, and decided let's rip it. See how well this bar moves. That bar on my back is the most whip I've ever felt in my life. Surprised me at first, but it didn't feel heavy. It felt like weightless in my back. When I got to the bottom, just kind of said good night. Squatted back up, felt really good. Reverse bands take probably about 20 pounds off each side, but I'm still really excited about how well it moved. It moved way better than I expected it to. Last day of the week, Saturday. Next day I moved into some overhead pressing, seated overhead press. I don't like overhead press, standing too often. I just got out of a 3-month block where I was doing nothing but standing overhead presses for my overhead presses. So I decided to go some seated military instead. I thought I can get into a better position. I don't arch my back quite as much. I can stay more upright with the seat. So I decided to go with what I'm good at and what will prevent more injury from me, especially my low back. So I had low back issues before. I ended up trying to go for 10-8-5 here. Only the warm-up sets and my 10 rep sets are in here. I don't know why. I think I just forgot to record the other ones. My camera died or something. But I ended up going 135 for the 10, as you see here, 155 for the 8, and then 175 for the 5. That's a PR for me seated for 5 reps. I can only do 185 for 2 standing without leg drive, so that's a really big confidence booster for me going overhead because I've never really been comfortable going overhead. After that, had to hit up some floor presses, did 2x15, or 2x10 to start, and then this was my AMRAP set. I had the 85s, went up 10 pounds from last week. That's the only next dumbbell up we have. I was shooting for 20 reps, and I got my goal. I did in 3 sets. I went 10-5-5. Same thing with my breathing with any kind of pressing. I always set my breath well like we do with our combine guys here. Teaching them breath instead of just repping it out. Teach them how to control their breath and do a certain amount per breath. As you can see on my 18 and then 19, and I'll have one more right here. This will be 20. Try and do 21 right here. My right pec starts to cramp up, so I just drop the weights right about, boom, drop it right there. Wasn't happening, not willing to push it. But that's a recap of my PR week. 2 PRs, really stoked about going into it. Shout out to the sponsors, NutriShop, 212 Training Center, and the Mark Pro. Stay strong, guys. Talk to you later.